Chris Pratt reveals hilarious and nerve-wracking audition story for Moneyball, with Brad Pitt and Bennett Miller. Chris Pratt recently shared a fascinating and humorous story about his nerve-wracking audition for the 2011 Oscar-nominated film Moneyball. During a guest appearance on The Graham Norton Show, the 45-year-old actor opened up about the intense experience of auditioning in front of director Bennett Miller and Hollywood superstar Brad Pitt, who played the role of Oakland A's general manager Billy Beane in the film. Pratt, known for his roles in Jurassic World Dominion and Guardians of the Galaxy, revealed that he was extremely anxious about the audition. Recalling the moment, Pratt said, "I'm in this audition room with Brad Pitt and Bennett Miller, and I'm as nervous as you can possibly imagine." He continued, "It's not every day you walk into a room with one of the most famous and talented actors in the world and a critically acclaimed director. I was just sitting there, sweating bullets, trying to remember my lines and act natural, which is practically impossible when Brad Pitt is sitting next to you." According to Pratt, Miller's demeanor during the audition didn't help calm his nerves. "Bennett is a fantastic director, but he's kind of a pain, even he knows that." Chris joked. "He's complicated. He's the type of guy who just sits back with his feet up on the desk, arms crossed, watching you with this calculating expression. It's infuriating, but I love him for it." Chris explained that Miller wasn't particularly impressed with his initial performance. Bennett was like, "Yeah, it just kind of feels like you're auditioning for this role. You know, this is supposed to be your house, and it feels like you're a guy who's auditioning next to Brad and you're nervous about it." Pratt admitted that hearing that kind of feedback from Miller was initially intimidating. "My first thought was, well, of course I'm nervous. I'm sitting next to Brad Pitt and auditioning for a huge movie." But instead of letting it rattle him, Pratt decided to take a bold approach. "I was like, okay," Pratt recalled. "And then I said, well then how about this? This is my house, and you can start by taking your feet off my desk." The audience erupted in laughter as Pratt described what happened next. "I basically kicked him out. I said, 'You Brad, get out. You guys go knock on the door and come back in, and then we'll do the audition.'" Chris admitted that this gutsy move paid off. "It worked," he said with a smile. "After that, the energy in the room shifted and I felt more in control. I guess Bennett wanted to see that kind of confidence in the character, and once I let go of my fear, it all started to click." Pratt's audition story highlights the often unpredictable and intense nature of the Hollywood audition process. Actors are frequently put in high-pressure situations where they have to think on their feet, and sometimes, a bit of bravery and humor can make all the difference. Despite the challenging audition process, Pratt ultimately didn't land the role in Moneyball. The part of Scott Hatteberg went to Chris's Parks and Recreation co-star, Chris Messina. However, the experience clearly left a lasting impression on Pratt, who has since become one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. Reflecting on the audition years later, Pratt admitted that while he didn't get the part, the experience taught him a valuable lesson about confidence and resilience in the acting world. "It's funny how things work out," he said. "At the time, I was disappointed because I really wanted that role. But looking back, I realized that audition helped me grow as an actor. It taught me to trust myself, to take risks, and to not be afraid of looking silly." Pratt's career trajectory since that audition has been nothing short of remarkable. After rising to fame as the lovable Andy Dwyer on Parks and Recreation, he transitioned into leading man status with major roles in blockbuster franchises like Guardians of the Galaxy and Jurassic World. He's also starred in films such as The Lego Movie, Passengers, and The Magnificent Seven, proving his versatility as both a comedic and dramatic actor. In fact, Pratt's ability to balance humor with emotional depth has become one of his defining traits as an actor. It's likely that his quick-thinking response during the Moneyball audition gave Miller and Pitt a glimpse of that unique talent, even if it wasn't enough to secure the role at the time. Chris's audition story is also a reminder of the human side of Hollywood. No matter how famous or experienced an actor may be, auditions are often nerve-wracking experiences. Even stars like Chris Pratt have to grapple with self-doubt and pressure in high-stakes situations. Interestingly, Pratt's connection to Moneyball didn't end with that audition. He would later go on to work with Brad Pitt's Plan B entertainment production company on the 2014 war film Fury. Pratt noted that his encounter with Pitt during the Moneyball audition gave him a newfound appreciation for Pitt's professionalism and laid-back demeanor on set. "Brad is such a cool guy," Pratt said. "During Fury, I remember thinking back to that audition and realizing how generous he was with me. He could have made me feel small or intimidated, but he didn't. He gave me space to find my footing, and that's something I really respect about him." Chris Pratt's career took off shortly after the Moneyball audition. In 2014, he landed the role of Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, in Guardians of the Galaxy, which became a massive success and established Pratt as a major box office draw. He followed that up with his leading role in Jurassic World 2015, which went on to become one of the highest-grossing films of all time. Pratt's blend of charm, humor, and emotional authenticity has made him a fan favorite and a sought-after leading man in Hollywood. He's managed to carve out a unique niche as an actor who can seamlessly transition between action-packed blockbusters and heartfelt comedies. Chris's most recent project, The Electric State, is a sci-fi action film directed by the Russo brothers and produced by Netflix. In the film, Pratt stars alongside Millie Bobby Brown in a futuristic story about a young girl searching for her brother with the help of a robot companion. The movie has already generated buzz for its impressive visuals and emotional storyline, and fans are eager to see Pratt's performance in this ambitious project. Despite his rise to superstardom, Chris Pratt remains refreshingly down-to-earth and self-aware. His Moneyball audition story serves as a testament to his willingness to take creative risks and stay true to himself, even when faced with the intimidating presence of Hollywood royalty like Brad Pitt. "It's funny how things come full circle," Pratt reflected. "That audition didn't go the way I hoped at the time, but it set me on a path toward becoming the actor I am today. And honestly, I wouldn't change a thing." With his impressive range, natural charisma, and ability to connect with audiences, Chris Pratt's career shows no signs of slowing down. Whether he's saving the galaxy as Star-Lord, fighting dinosaurs in Jurassic World, or sharing funny and heartfelt moments on late-night television, Pratt continues to prove why he's one of Hollywood's most beloved stars.